Breaking news coverage of this crash of Malaysia Airlines Flight 17, and we want to bring in one of the foremost accident investigators in the world, Deborah Hersman, who until stepping down earlier this year was the chairman of the National Transportation Safety Board. She's with us tonight from our Chicago bureau. Deborah, this is a grisly business in the best of circumstances, but in this case, you have, let's say, 5 or 6 miles worth of wreckage that has come down in an active war zone. We've seen pictures of firefighters putting water on it, people walking on the wreckage in flip-flops, local farmers in boots. How do you begin to assess what you have there if you're running this investigation?
You know, investigators like to identify some really critical parts first. You want to identify the origination of the breakup, where that sequence started. And so just like when they put together the pieces of the shuttle across multiple states, it's that trajectory that you're trying to take a look at. Finding all 4 corners of the aircraft, the nose, the tail, and the 2 wingtips. And most importantly, those recorders, the flight data recorder and the cockpit voice recorder. So that's kind of the roadmap that they're going to be looking at over the next 24 to 48 hours.
And this is land being fought over by 2 factions where local folks were the first to respond. Do you worry about some of that getting torn up and the scene getting compromised?
Absolutely. When you go into an active war zone, you're concerned first and foremost about your people that you might be putting on the ground there. But then you've got to think about the evidence and the wreckage recovery. And for sure, you want to think about those family members that have lost loved ones. The recovery of the human remains and the personal effects, that also has to be a priority too. And so what's going on here, and it's a real challenge for anyone, but particularly for a country in a war-torn area like this, it has got to be a double burden.
Deborah Hersman, who these days is the CEO of the National Safety Council, with us from our Chicago bureau tonight. Deborah, as always, we appreciate your time and expertise. We will take another break, back with more of our continuing breaking news coverage right after this.